The symptoms are described, the misery and the pain, that if I suffered that much, I think that suicide does make sense in that context. Maybe it would. I don't know. I haven't experienced that much sorrow and that much intensity. But these kids do. And they imagine a life of this. And you know, being in an environment where there's people who understand the condition, who speak the same language, who understand a lot of the self-destructive behaviors, who aren't pejorative, who don't think about things as manipulative and promiscuous and all of that sort of thing, starts to make a difference. It's not enough though. Not everybody gets better as quickly. And certainly we know that the tragedy of borderline personality disorder, but we certainly think that starting early is important. One other point to this is that when I started talking about borderline personality disorder, I used to get shouted at, you know, the minute I mentioned it, because they said you cannot diagnose it before the age 18. But yet, you know, it's because personality is not formed. Now, anybody who's got more than 2 children, one child, will say, you know, my God, at age 3, I could tell that they were different. They have their own personality traits, and those just continue, you know, a long time. And, you know, the children are all different. They're not robotic and then, you know, sort of suddenly at 18 change into something else. A lot of people with borderline personality disorder recognize that their symptoms started in adolescence and even beyond that. And so the idea of intervening, as we would with somebody who cannot write, or someone who cannot read, or someone who cannot use a fork, or someone who cannot drive, or any of those skills that are essential in living, is important to start as early as possible. So, this one last thing, another plug for NEA BPD is we need more recognition. You know, when we have a child with depression, it's interesting, you read these studies, we studied 50 children with depression, we put them on Prozac, they all got better. And I said, great, when I see a child with depression, I'm going to put them on Prozac and it's going to get better. So I'm waiting for this child with depression. But it doesn't exist. Why? Because they have family problems, because they have drug problems, because they have relational problems, and it's complicated. It's not just simply that. These are complicated disorders. And so we need our own advocacy, the way that schizophrenia has its advocacy, and the way that other mental illnesses have their advocacy. Autism has done a tremendous job, and it's really a testament to the NEA BPD that we're able to have this night tonight, and you know, hopefully with our support, we can continue to grow, and public awareness can continue to increase, and we can start making a dent in the misery of people with BPD. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Blaise. I'd now like to invite Amanda Wang to come up. Amanda's going to put a face on the disorder and talk a little bit about from her own experience. And while she's doing that, I also would like the board members of NEA BPD to please stand up. They've come in from all over